Hey friends, welcome to Stocks and Crypto Plays. I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. I know it's a sports video this time. I do them every once in a while. Aaron Rodgers, I'm calling right now for him to be Comeback Player of the Year for 2024. And I think these numbers are going to really shock you for Aaron Rodgers. I think he had an awesome season. I know the Jets did horrible, but his individual numbers were great. And you probably don't realize that. You probably just saw highlights and saw them losing, and you saw highlights of him throwing a pick or getting sacked or whatever, because that's what the media chose to show you. But let's take a quick look here at his numbers. Aaron Rodgers' first season back after a major Achilles injury, and you saw basically, how did the other guy do that had an Achilles injury for Atlanta? They ended up benching him, Kirk Cousins, right? But Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, he did great his first year back. All right, take a look. Where did his passing yards compared to other starting quarterbacks rank, okay? Aaron Rodgers ranks 8th, that's right, 8th in the NFL in passing yards with 3,897 yards this season. Passing touchdowns, he's tied for 7th place with 28 touchdowns. Okay, so that's very impressive. And here's why it's even more impressive. I watched some of the Jets games, and it was frustrating because they didn't have a lot of pass attempts. I wanted Aaron Rodgers to pass the ball a lot more. I wanted him to have more yards and more touchdowns, even though he did so very great. As you can see, he finished 8th in passing yards and 7th in touchdowns, and I think that's out of 31 teams, right? So he did really good. But take a look at this, guys. How do you think the Jets' running game was? You know how important a running game is for a quarterback. If a quarterback doesn't have a running game, usually they can't pass at all, because you need to have a running game in order for you to be able to pass and to get yards and to get touchdowns. Your offense is dead without a running game. We all know this, right? If you watch football. Let's take a look here. Where did the Jets running game rank this year out of 31 teams? The New York Jets running game is ranked 31st in the NFL in terms of rushing attempts and yards per carry. So they could not move the ball. They were forced to pass, and even then they couldn't pass much because they couldn't run, indicating a significant struggle in this aspect of their offense, which is rushing. Their overall team ranking for the run game was 31st. This highlights the challenges they had in moving the ball on the ground effectively. So here you have Aaron Rodgers with no run game at all, right? No run game at all. They can't run the ball. Why is that? Their offensive line sucks. Again, and that's why Aaron Rodgers got sacked as much as he did. And that's why he didn't have as much time as he needed to get more touchdowns and more passing yards and more passing attempts. So I proved to you that his passing numbers were amazing, right? And they had no run game. So Aaron Rodgers is the Comeback Player of the Year, and he should not retire. And he should come back again with the Jets or a better team even. But if he's going to come back with the Jets, they got to get a better offensive line so they can get a run game going. They got to improve. They got to get maybe three star offensive linemen. Not one, not two. I want 3-star offensive linemen on the Jets. Spend the money. Do whatever you got to do. Get it done. Maybe even 4. You got to come out and you got to have one of the best offensive lines in the game to support Aaron Rodgers, and he can win you a Super Bowl. Where does Aaron Rodgers compare with Josh Allen? You guys know Josh Allen, right? You think he had such a great year, Josh Allen, right? MVP candidate. Well, guess what? Aaron Rodgers' numbers are almost identical. Aaron Rodgers has like 200 more passing yards than Josh Allen. He has the same amount of touchdowns, I believe, or 2 more. I think he might have 2 more than Josh Allen. But he does have 11 interceptions, and Josh Allen only had 6. Okay, so Josh Allen beat him in that aspect. But Aaron Rodgers had more passing yards and more touchdowns than Josh Allen, right? So how impressive is that, guys? And he had similar numbers to Patrick Mahomes, and his numbers were actually better than Josh Allen's, except for the interception aspects, which, I really do blame on the offensive line of the Jets. So what do you think of it all? Hit like, subscribe, add notifications, share the video with a friend. Aaron Rodgers, if you're watching this, don't retire. Come back with the Jets or a better team even. Just make sure your ownership is committed to getting you a better offensive line and a good coach. I think Rex Ryan would be a great coach for you. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.